Internet of Things, nanotechnology and healthcare, digital education and e-commerce development, the modern world stands on the threshold of large-scale changes in daily lives of people and the economy of entire regions. Even as we speak, the experts call these transformations as the fourth industrial revolution, inscribing them in consistent history of previous technological explosions. In a special program, Digital Kazakhstan, we tell about how they affect the internal processes in the Republic. Today in our program, you will learn: how could Kazakhstan occupy a transit niche without access to the open sea? How is the state struggling with false transit today? On digitalization of transport and logistics industry. Multiplicative impact of Kazakhstan transit projects. To connect a country occupying the 9th place in the world by territory with automobile and railroads to be not just the heart of Eurasia, but also a bridge connecting the East and the Old World. These are the tasks facing Kazakhstan today. Moreover, the tasks are very ambitious. It would seem more recently there was a talk about the disadvantageous geographical position of the Republic, namely the lack of access to the sea. However, the country has turned the seeming lack into an economically advantageous resource, taking the course to develop a transit corridor. Cargo transportation is a labor-consuming and very responsible process. Ruslan Abduganiev knows about all intricacies of goods movement from point A to point B, their safety and tracking of products throughout the whole trip. A little more than a year ago, he creates comfort for his clients. An Almaty resident has developed a platform where customers and truck drivers can easily find each other. The mechanism resembles the principle of taxi services world leaders. For example, if transfer order of goods has appeared, notification is sent to the mobile application of the driver. After that, he sets his price for the service. Whole market is quality customers, quality shippers who value service and reliability. They turn to proven intermediaries. Because they take risks of the processes, if the driver is lost or switched off the phone, or damage occurs during shipping, the intermediary assumes all responsibility, resolving the entire conflict situation that may arise between customer and carrier. Up to today, this platform has collected 30,000 truck drivers across the Republic and border regions. All of them passed a special inspection of the company. Therefore, the transportation procedure is absolutely legal here.
На этих компьютерах у нас находятся боты.
We have bots on these computers. They are responsible for communication with drivers. Drivers can write what they need, any help or search of cargo. For example, I need a cargo from Almaty to Astana, and in return, the bot gives him 10 fresh cargoes. We called it Kamila. Why Kamila? Because it is a neutral name. We have different drivers. There are Kyrgyz, Kazakhs, and Russians. Moreover, we wanted some neutral names so that everyone could understand. The problem of false transit for CIS countries is not new, especially in the field of motor transport. For example, a few years ago, the State Revenue Committee of Kazakhstan reimbursed the state for damages by goods illegal traffic by almost 1.7 billion tenge. Statistics say about the fact that intruders do not slumber. Only for 9 months this year, over 600 administrative and 17 criminal violations have been registered in the Republic. Moreover, criminal schemes are used differently. Instead of one cargo drivers take another, they change shipping documents and product name. All this is done in order to reduce the customs value of goods illegally. However, with the introduction of Astana One information system, it will become more difficult to transport products illegally.
Для анализа нужны были разные подсистемы.
Since the 1st of October, we have introduced Astana 1 information system. Its component, transit, different subsystems were needed for analysis. Now all this is done in one system. In one system, preliminary information is provided. It is transformed into transit declaration. In this way, analysis is conducted and violations are detected. During 18 to 19 days, already 3 criminal violations, more than 20 administrative violations had been fixed after introduction of this system. That is, the system already shows that there are positive results of such digitalization.
20 административных правонарушений.
The experts had disclosed their information on the subject during the Central Asian Trade Forum. For example, this largest Kazakhstan transport and logistics company, which received a prize for introducing innovations into the sphere, see problem solutions in auto companies' merger.
Стратегическая цель компании – это, если говорить о
Speaking about the next 10 years, strategic goal of our company is to create a national auto carrier based on existing small companies. We are engaged in consolidation of private and small business in the field of transportation in order to improve the efficiency of road transport in the international arena in the Central Asian region.
Повысить эффективность автоперевозок на международной арене, на центральноазиатском регионе.
According to experts, the volume of Kazakhstan's export operations can grow 1.5 times in 3 years, from 96 million tons to 147. The plans are grandiose. This will require additional freight flows to Russia, China, and South Korea, Europe, and Central Asia of the transport logistics service system.
Kazakhstan, as I mentioned in my session, is strategically located right at the border between with China, which is the largest producing country in the world today, and is also bordering many Central Asian countries and also located 9 to 10 days to Europe. So definitely Kazakhstan has a value proposition to offer to shippers by being strategically located. It's also one of the main gates for the Eurasian Custom Union. For example, in Korgos, when you clear your goods in Korgos, you can go anywhere in the Eurasian Custom Union. So definitely this strategic location of Kazakhstan will help the country establish itself as a logistic hub, but also an industrial hub for the region.
Expansion of transit geography requires new technologies introduction. In addition, they are planned. For example, it is planned to equip the rail cars with special sensors to preserve the goods on railway tracks. With their help, by means of video surveillance and alarm signals, it will be possible to determine penetration, to remind about forgotten luggage, and to find the forbidden objects for import. While opening, electronic keys and indicators will open and give signals. Moreover, in order to reduce statistics of convergence of freight trains from the rail, they will be monitored for defects with ultrasound.
Этот комплекс позволит перейти от плановых капитальных ремонтов именно на ремонт.
This complex will allow moving from scheduled overhauls to repairs on demand and content. If we see the poor quality of the canvas, we provide information and the organization can see in advance that it is necessary to do repairs and that it can lead to a train crash.
Организация, она может увидеть, что да, здесь нужно делать ремонт, да, это может привести к крушению поезда.
According to plans, it will be possible to test the rails for defects with the help of new technologies from next year. Secure transportation is planned, and in Trans-Telecom, they want to place video cameras on plane tracks, and in this step using another project. Train driver can see what occurs outside the window in his cabin in real-time mode.
Мы дадим возможность мониторить.
We will give a chance to monitor both the cab of engine itself, all instruments condition of the operator himself, and provide video from passenger compartments to the central control room.
В центральный диспетчерский пункт.
The roads under construction, renewal of trains, all this brings Kazakhstan closer to the goal, to become a logistics hub between Europe and Asia. Moreover, one of the first who showed interest in transit potential of our country was the nearest neighbor, China. The largest exporter, truly world factory. Successful development of Kazakhstan's logistics directly affects the economic situation in the Celestial Empire. Through the territory of Kazakhstan, Chinese goods enter the markets of Russia, Europe, Persian Gulf countries. For this reason, it was decided to invest in projects that allow the Republic to earn money on transit services. The largest of these are Khorgos, the Eastern Gate, Free Economic Zone, seaports of Aktau, Kurik, and the terminal in Lianyungang.
Импортируем в регион из Китая много продуктов.
Now we are importing many products to the region from China, mainly children's toys, plastic pipes, etc. We began to launch and transfer these containers through Khorgos port to cars and drive them already to Tashkent or Almaty. Moreover, we shorten the way, time and money.
И вы знаете, мы сократили путь, время и деньги.
Time is money, and there are a lot of money in logistics. In order to reduce both, it was decided to build Western Europe, Western China transport corridor 10 years ago. The route starts from St. Petersburg, passes through Khorgos, and ends at the Chinese port Lianyungang. One segment of 2,800 kilometers is allocated to Kazakhstan in this route. If cargo from point A to point B is delivered in 45 days by sea, by transport corridor, it will be delivered only in 10 days. Road construction is only one of the items in plan for transport and logistics sphere development. You need not only to carry the goods, but also to find a suitable place for its storage. For example, agricultural products will not spoil, being an agro-industrial park.
Из мировой практики это французский опыт или там испанский.
From the best practice, French experience, or Spanish, so-called agro-parks are being created where an entrepreneur, same as a farmer bringing products, washes it, prepares for export shipment, and packs in appropriate packaging, which corresponds to sales network. Why? Because we have the mentality problem. Our farmers cannot sell. But this is not their job. They are producers, not salesmen. And these agro-parks are created in order to process.
Но это не их работа, на самом деле, они производители, они не продажники. Вот. И специально вот эти агропарки, они созданы для того, чтобы производить переработку.
Agro-park can appear in Kazakhstan. Chinese investors are interested in this. They plan to create such an enterprise in the North Kazakhstan region based on a plan for oilseeds processing. While the project is under discussion, other equally important projects are being built in the country, transport and logistics centers. It is already functioning in Astana and it meets all world requirements. There are dry and climatic warehouses, distribution center, container platform on this territory. All requirements are passed for goods storage. By the way, this is what the world giants primarily pay attention to when they enter the markets of other countries. Our logistics center provides not only railway transport services or warehouse services, also our transport logistics centers provide so-called customs clearance zones. What is customs clearance zone? This is a single window of government services provision. These are customs services. This is quarantine. These are sanitary and brokerage services. All these services are provided in one place. In-transit chain of Kazakhstan, air freight is still weak. The development of this segment is occurring, although so far at a small pace. Air harbors are being put in order, infrastructure is improving. However, there is still something to work on. Of course, we have goods carriage by aviation, equipment. We saw that a lot of cargo was transported by aviation during the expo. However, as a rule, this was carried out by foreign companies. Only a decision has been made to create an air cargo carrier by Kazakhstan Railways, an Air Astana for now in Kazakhstan. This is still a decision since 2016, but we see that the air carrier has not yet been created. developing transport and logistics sphere, Kazakhstan creates a worthy competition for sea transit. Based on geographical realities, the Republic does everything to occupy its niche, the niche of the hub that can connect Europe and Asia. This is a new historical role for the country. Step by step, Kazakhstan is moving towards its goal to become a strategically important part of global transport and logistics system. Looking at today's result, we can say with confidence that the goal is achievable. Moreover, it is important to understand that today's results are intermediate. The global result is ahead.